change is this totally unacceptable culture of calling people chief guests and special guests. We are all guests, that is fine, but how can we be guests in our own homeland? Number one. Number two is it actually creates a hierarchy in the mental setup, and things will never change. Even with the finest piece of legislation, things will not change if we do not change our psyche that dictates us to behave in a particular way. So yes, honoring someone is absolutely fine, but creating this division perhaps is something we have to rethink. Let me start by participants from the 15 countries who have come to Dhaka. This is a very good time to visit Dhaka, not because air pollution is less, but because we have got very good mangoes at this time of the year. So a very warm welcome and a very sweet welcome, because you'll get to taste the very famous mangoes of Bangladesh, and in our calendar we call these months as Madhumash, means honey month of honey, because the fruits that you get, the seasonal ones, they are very sweet. We are actually discussing a very important topic here. The topic that we are talking about is social business, and we are repeatedly referring to the 3-0 notion, which I believe is a value-driven notion. And for real changes to happen in the world, what we need most is not uttering the values, but practicing the values. We all know what is good. We all know what is bad. We all talk about human rights. We all talk about equity. We all talk about having no war in this world. But even in 2025, we are seeing wars. We are seeing arbitrary aggression, and the way things are being wrapped up, we can always say that it's more imposition than a process that's putting an end to violent behavior. If it does not go in my interest, I intervene, I stop. But that should not be the rule of the game. In 2025, when we are dealing with climate change, we have to rethink our consumption patterns, how we define necessity versus overconsumption, and what is it that we really need to do to stop war forever. When we talk about 3-0, we talk about employment, we talk about poverty and wealth distribution, we talk about carbon emission. And since it is a gathering of Muslim countries, I don't know why that is the case, but whatever may be the reason, when we talk about Muslim countries gathering together, I would say that the importance of value needs to be again emphasized. The little I know about my religion, it actually talks about getting people to work. It actually tells you not to eat knowing fully well that your neighbor is hungry. It tells you that you must not choose a lifestyle that is overconsumptive. So it's not something that is not there in our religion. Rather, It is very much there in Islam. But the problem remains that we just don't practice these values. Whether you read Quran, you read Hadith, these are exactly the same thing that Islam has told us to not only preach but to practice. And the issue of inequity has been very elaborately dealt with in both Quran and the reliable Hadith. And the notion of social business and the foundation that on which it is expected to be built on is not doing profit by creating miseries for others. You can have your profit margin, but you have it only to pay it forward, not to accumulate your own wealth. To do it from a deep sense of social responsibility. Had we the Muslims been doing it, then why is it so that we can't unite when the innocent Palestinian people are losing lives? Why is it so that Iran do not find that many Muslim countries jumping spontaneously to say no to the aggression? I think without addressing the core issues, only talking about bringing the Muslims together to promote social business will not take us to the ultimate destination. We have not been respectful to nature, and that is why we are faced with all the problems we are now having to deal with. Having said this, while social business is definitely one way of addressing the grave issues of economic injustices, for other form of justices, we really have to unite, understand each other, communicate better, define all the 15 countries together, all the other Muslim countries together, and the Muslim community living everywhere in the world as one given group that nurtures certain values, which will not only be protective of the Muslims but of all communities, irrespective of which religion they belong to. And that is what we Muslims are supposed to do. We are not supposed to hate others. We are not supposed to distribute or trigger hatred. We are supposed to show compassion, love others, respect and value other cultures, other religions, other communities. And the 15 countries who have gathered here in Bangladesh, once again a very warm welcome. Let us define ourselves, let us identify ourselves, let us define our values,